Okay, back working on the November release. Yesterday was a pretty fun night working on it. It's not always like that. Like I said the night before, I was not in the mood to work on anything. So I was listening to one thing I forgot to do. I forgot to what I used to do when I would make a beat every day is I would put them in a Dropbox folder so I could listen to them in my car. Kind of road test it. One person road test and just kind of hear if it's like even worth doing anything else with the track. I need to road test this one. Maybe I'll do that after the changes tonight, which are going to be a little bit substantial. I will put it in a Dropbox to road test. Anyway, but I was listening to a lot of music in the car today. I was driving around a lot today, and I was thinking about how this track has so much going on. It's so big, even though, we have 41 tracks, 41 different tracks settings, different tracks in the song, but it just feels like there's just so much going on. I think probably because these chords that are using Serum, which is a great plugin for making synth noises. That doesn't sound good, but it sounds good when what is it? Okay. Is it getting... Oh, no. It's getting gated like that the whole time. Wow, I was just doing the intro here for the video, and I realized that this is being gated like this the whole time, and it only needs to be happening... All right. We'll deal with that. Anyway, I was listening to tracks in the car today, and I was like... I thought... These tracks have like 4 or 5 elements that are main elements, but that's it. Mine in the car. This thing's got a million things going on, and they all just kind of muddy up. So start cutting stuff out. Got to just start making some executive decisions. If the tracks are versioned, or the Ableton sets are versioned, so if I want to go back and ever do something different with it, fine. But we got to clean this up. Because this hasn't even been mixed yet. This is just what is here. So you can't solve this in mixing. This is just like composition. So we're just going to go through every one of these scenes on the right-hand side here, one by one, and just figure out what is in here, what needs to go, what needs to stay. Okay, we got an hour, and then I got to go to DJ stuff. So we're starting with the intro. Let's see what we got here. Where is the audio? We're soloing, okay. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Everything there can stay. This little trance lead here. We're just soloing that one. Oh, let's see what it sounds like when it's not just soloing the wet track. Obviously, the white noise is way too loud. Is there a limiter on this? It's at 18. It's still too loud. White noise. Volume on this is at 0 for some reason. No headroom. Excuse me. This is a thing that I've noticed that I do. Like this, we start this off at 257 hertz. You can't hear anything. What's the point of sweeping up? Like, you gotta... Whoa, why is it moving all of it? I just want to move this part. Oh, I had it selected, that's why. Still too low. And we're gonna really open it up. these keys. These keys are a little loud here. Yeah, again, no headroom on the keys. Because, I mean, eventually this is going to get boosted, right? So there's no need to... What's the audio doing here? It's on USB. Okay, so... Why is it in there? Piano volume 6. Is there there's strings in here, and they are... You can barely... Like, if you're going to have them... You got the far away rack going on those. Wait, what happens in here? Okay, everything there can stay. We brought the levels down. That helps with giving us some space. Let's go to the second scene. So the first thing is this white noise is atrocious. There's nothing happening with the white noise in there, doesn't it? It gets sent to a return. There's auto panning. This is another one that's eligible for eligible for a gate. And we're gonna gate it from we're going to use the choir. Looks like I already had this idea because there's a compressor here with the click track as the side chain. I actually don't mind that. It's a little bit cheesy to do a side chain white noise. I didn't automate the side chain, so it needs to default to off there. I want it on here. I keep forgetting to share my screen. See, this is where things start getting muddy. After the drop, we get into everything. Listen, we got these guys going. What is going on in the chords channel here? This is where your side chaining comes in very handy. I now understand why it's such a hot topic in the production world. Because even just within this one group, these two are fighting with each other. Play nice. So, and then this one's being sent to a return. Okay, what happens if we just don't do that? Wouldn't you know, Serum's actually available. Licensing happened. Thank you, Splice. Shout out to Splice. You can rent to own plugins. You can buy packs of samples, among many other things. So we can see that the volume is down 20. Okay, so rather than sending it to a return, let's just increase the level of the synth itself. I just don't think it's going to make it doesn't make any sense to have these two things at the same time. They're both huge sounds. They're Serum. Let's look at this in Serum. In this pad in Serum has 2 wavetables going for the pad gate. That's just the pad. For the space sounding thing, it has 2 oscillators going. It's just not going to work. So new project detected. I sure hope it does. Okay, let's go. Because there's some really cool gating going on with this right here, but what is going on with the... This thing is... I mean, I don't expect the CPU to be doing that, to be doing great, but it's struggling right now. You just can't hear it. Save it for... Oh, we could just alt... Okay, let's checkerboard it, right? Another thing I learned from Producer Dojo, right? So this... The first one is this. Is the pad gate. That happens in... Okay, I need to turn... No, stop. That happens in the break. So the next time we hear Serum, it should be just this one, which is getting that sort of gated treatment. Why can't I hear anything now? What happened? So now I'm not going to gate it. Why? Honestly, why is this not playing? Where's the sound? Even that's still not working. If I just take that out. It's going to be the exact same as not the exact same notes, but similar notes to what's going on everywhere else. It's just getting muddied. Is that what it is? Just don't know if it's working. So if we leave that out of there. Okay, well, it does add, okay, taking it away, you can notice it. So we'll leave that in. And then that means on this one, it's out. And then so now when we get to this scene, we've just got the pad. checkerboarding again, taking that out of this. All right, so it's coming along. It's listenable. So we're going to bounce it. We're going to save this as a new version. We're going to open it. We're going to save another version. That's going to be the demo where it's going to get played into arrangement. And do I have, are these mapped to anything? Oh, they are mapped to things. Oh my gosh. That's really good. So we can record it in. Okay. That's the MIDI fighter controller here. Okay, so we'll save this as version 6. It's going to take a while to save. And then, I better get it in the right folder, boy. And then we're going to save a new version that's going to be the V6 demo. We'll play that in to arrangement view with the effects and everything. Bounce that to an MP3 that we can listen to. I'll put it up on SoundCloud, and then and also Dropbox so I can listen to it in the car. And then that'll be that. Oh, only 25 minutes in. Okay. Okay, it takes forever to save. What are we going to do while that's happening? I don't have any other demos that are... Oh, no, this is actually kind of fun. Well, I don't want to do that. Let me me put on the other screen. Oh, yeah. I don't even know, man. Let's listen to some of the timer beats or the other tracks that we did, like listening to demos or releases that I want to do this year on one of the other streams. So we'll just listen to some of the beats, like the daily beats that are made that I've flagged as like potential, or even like that I think are good, which is rarely happening on the daily beats. They're kind of meant to be like bad, like make a lot of bad stuff, learn how to make bad stuff quickly, and then out of 10 of those, one will be like, all right, maybe. And then that's one that you can look for a release. So you can't see it on my screen now. I'm not showing my to-do list or my like track management thing. At least I think I'm not. Let's just confirm. And yeah, it's not showing that. So let's start in chronological descending order. This is one that was made on the 10th of September. That's the last time that I was doing like daily beats. Should be interesting to have Ableton trying to save, and I'm playing this track. Oh, actually no, that's going to be way too CPU intensive. So I'll just go to Daily Habit tracks. Come on. It should be in order, right? So this is one from the 10th. I already hate this so much. It sounds so bad. But I marked it as like a potential on my whatever to-do app. Oh, it's getting a little bit better. Everything to me sounds exactly the same when I make it every day. Ooh, I like this breakdown though. What is this breakdown? What instrument is this in the breakdown? The arpeggiation is like stepping up. It's automated. The arped instrument is terrible, but that can be fixed. Okay, I really... Okay, so that was a track that's made 10th. I actually that grew on me very quickly. All right, so this track is saved. Oh, we're gonna have to end up going back to that because we're gonna change. We're gonna save this again. Yeah, that's one thing that I would say that I've certainly been very kind of surprised by as I make music more, is that file management is essentially everything. Like, when I did the release mid-spring of Dusk, I probably could have saved a lot of time with the asset management. Like the set management, like this part of versioning tracks right here, I'm pointing to it like you can see. Like this versioning tracks or versioning projects, that part I was pretty familiar with. But asset management, like images, MP3s, waves, AIFFs that I had like extracted from sets, there are like so many duplicates all over my hard drive, all over my computer. Like file management is really, if you're making music regularly, is because it used to just be like tapes and reel to reel like boxes, maybe CDs at some point, hard drives. But now that you can do everything just on one machine, you really need to be organized. So this is going to be the demo set. It's probably, and the automation's going to be really weird. I have to clear out the automation. Anyway, let's just say the demo set. Okay, so it's going to go through that. Every time I look down, so I'm looking at my hard drive to see if it's blinking, which means that it's not. It's telling me not to do anything else in live. Come on. Okay, daily habit tracks. So that was the 10th. Kind of surprising. Grammy 9th? No, the 8th is a potential. None of these are marked like, yes, go for it, make a release. If they had, it's been moved into that folder already, so maybe that's why. Let's check this one out. So this is something that I saw when I watched the Deadmau5 Masterclass on, Masterclass app and masterclass.com. I mean, you really do find like you'll make something and you'll hate everything about it except for one thing, and then you'll use that somewhere else. And I used to really not understand that. I understood the concept, but I was like, I'm never going to do that. The track is a track. No. Because like everything on this sucks except for the saw wave. Like I really like whatever is going on with the saw wave here. Everything else is completely terrible. Listen. The saw wave, even when it's being filtered, it's like doing a low pass or it's going to filter up. It already sounds like it sounds cool. Really curious as to what I thought of with that saw wave. Where did that come from? Is this too loud? It is. Okay. Oh gosh. See, it's like weird. It's like you listen to the first couple of seconds and you're like, this is terrible. And then I'm like, kind of like, this, there's something about this that works. This drop is kind of like grimy. And then back into the verse and it's awful. Okay. It's just too cheesy. Like the saw wave went from being cool to now it's just being arpeggiated. That's probably why. Okay. All right, it's still saving. So another stop. Another potential 9-7. Oh, okay. This one we have to talk about. I got a Grammarly pop up for some reason. This is a sample that I found on Reddit from lockdowns, quarantine, whatever, and it was the election. The election just happened, so there was all this like voter fraud claims, and this TikTok person, it got posted to the TikTok cringe subreddit, posted posted a TikTok of. Well, just listen to what she says. Hopefully you can hear. I cut it up a little bit, but the essence of it is still there in the intro, and then I cut up her audio for the rest of the track. And actually, I put this. This is in my like songs I want to release in 2021, or what is that? So we have October, November, December, so 3 months. But anyway, release it at some point is basically what that means now, because the year is over. It's the year 2050 apparently. Here we go.
I'm so inspired
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
by my former classmates who, used to ask me for answers on history study guides and are now experts on constitutional law and voter fraud. You guys, you put in the work.
So I love that sample, and I actually like the saw wave here is great. The saw wave is like a thing. Another thing I picked up from the producer dojo that I use on all like on most of my demos. That is available as like a tester, and I might use it in some elements, but most of the time it just sounds so good that I'm just going to use it. But the beep 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 it sounds so bad here. It takes away from everything else. I actually think this track could work. That's why I put it in my folder of like, you should release this. Well, finish it and then release it. I really like the pads here. Another pads from the dojo, learning how to make them in the dojo, or it might even just be from a pack from Producer Dojo. Listen to the fucking drop, dude. Yeah, so I really like that sample. That's like one of my favorite samples I've ever found. I think that TikTok is still around. Some of those election ones got taken down by the people that made them, because it's just obviously you're gonna get a lot of hate. Okay, so the hard drive is done. Let's bounce this down, and then that's gonna do it for this stream. So what we've got going on is we've got the MIDI controller, the MIDI fighter twister here. So it's got some effects the frequency, low pass frequency on the chords. I think the choir gets affected. Okay. The frequency of the melody is affected here. Okay, so like there's 4 columns and 4 rows. So the columns, yeah, the columns are going to correspond to tracks or to different groups. And then this one I'm assuming is going to be on the instruments group. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to turn that one on. And then the rest of it is like beat repeats, there's delays, and then sending to the delay, beat repeat. And then the second row is fade to gray, which is great for like taking something out a little bit more gracefully. Okay, so we're going to record this. So I'm controlling it with the MIDI fighter twister and with the scenes with the session. Yeah, the scenes, you can't see it on the camera, but the scenes with the Ableton Push 2. And then I'll put that demo up on SoundCloud, and that'll be it for the stream. All right. Turn off. Where's the switch? so that ended up being, I wonder how long that is. 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Actually shorter than the first time I did actual recording to arrangement. And I could tell, I realized some of these effects weren't on, like the fade to gray was not on, so it didn't actually affect when I used that on the controller, but that's fine. It's the demo. So we're gonna export this. Is there? Okay, yeah, there's a demo. 6 demo.mp3. Okay, so it's going to export that. Okay, so it's going to export that. I'll put it up on SoundCloud. I'm going to test it out in the car. A lot of those effects did not work at all. Like I was not thinking it through, or did not think it through. Like where I was using them, I was just kind of pressing knobs, turning buttons. But anyway, that's just experimentation. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow with another stream, working on the track. Should really be finished with it by now, but it is not even close. So we'll go from there, and that's that.